Hello, hello. We are back with some more Master Duel. As the title says, we got some new combos that we gotta work on for Kewl Tune here. Decade's combo tutorial just came out with a whole bunch of ways to avoid common hand traps, stuff like that, and just like more optimal ordering to play in, which will help you not getting hit by hand traps, help you get information before you actually play into certain hand traps, stuff like that. Now, the one thing about all of his combos is they were all one card combos, right? So it's not like you could do stuff in other orders. So I don't know what to do exactly when say you get hit by something else that stops you from doing the one card combo, but then you have follow-up to go through it, but you can't do it in the same order anymore, right? So we're gonna start off. Oh, I need to change my deck a little bit. This is not the deck. I was experimenting with that. I don't know if that's gonna work. That was an interesting strategy. We'll see. It seems okay to play Fiendsmith with it. The problem is the second you activate JJ, you activate Synchro, or you activate Q, you can't do Fiendsmith stuff anymore, right? So you got to do all the Fiendsmith stuff first. But even so, I was able to fairly consistently use Kewl Tune cards to make Moon and then do full Fiendsmith combo, and then still do full Kewl Tune combo after that. But I don't know if it's actually good or not, right? You end up with like a slightly less good Kewl Tune board with a Caesar, Wave King Caesar on board. Is that worth it? Maybe. I don't know. I think it makes you too susceptible to certain hand traps, so it might not actually work, whereas Kewl Tune can kind of play around a lot of hand traps if it's just pure. But anyways, so this deck, I made some changes, but I think I need to make more changes. I'm just not sure what to do yet, so I'm holding off a little bit. I am going to go ahead and craft the third Veiler. I think that's just going to be a must. So we're going to go ahead do that. Other stuff that I'm considering is like some people don't play Droll, and a lot of people like the Ghost Mourner. Ghost Mourner seems really good. Ghost Ogre's not that bad, but no one's really playing 3 Ghost Ogre either way. And lots of people are playing 3 Bell, but that's kind of... I feel like it's not as necessary. And we could... So if we're adding some of these cards in, like I said, we could drop maybe the Drolls. I did drop Cross out, because it didn't seem to be that relevant very often. And especially, we're playing a lot of hand traps that other people might not be playing, so the cross out is less good. Other than that, we can maybe drop a clip. I saw someone playing only 2 mix. Lots of people, not a whole lot of people are playing overtuning, but I did switch to this because people are playing like things that kind of take the place of this overtuning. And we just happen to pull 2 overtuning. I probably would not craft this card, but it kind of serves the same purpose as what a lot of people are playing in this place. In this place, I saw... What the heck was the card called? It was some Synchron card. Where is it? Was it this? No. I don't see it. Is this Synchron... Maybe it's a Synchro card? It was some spell card that essentially just adds Synchro Overtake if you have a tuner. Pretty sure it was an SR. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe that's why I'm not finding it. Maybe it was actually a rare. Or No, it's not down here. I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. But essentially, it just searches synchro overtake, which was an interesting idea. So I feel like overtuning does a similar thing to just searching synchro overtake. But a lot of people are playing desires, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Um, Obviously, you're playing a lot of 3-ofs, right? So it's very unlikely you're gonna lose access to, like, you're gonna lose all your rotaries or all your mixes or something like that. But I don't know. Desires is tough. I haven't played Desires since Sword Soul when that came out. So I don't know. We'll have to. I'm gonna think about stuff like that. Obviously, Desires is not a huge investment to actually craft. But like the Ghost Mourners are a big investment to craft, the Ghost Bells, extra Ogres, stuff like that is a big investment. So I'm going to think more on that. But today we're going to first start out by playing some of these combos. See if we could get the 1-card combo immediately and just show it off. But so essentially what I've learned from the combo guide is... Oh, another thing that I changed, which is relevant to what I'm about to say. This is not going to give us the 1-card combo. I'm playing 3 Maker. It seems like making Maker all the time is just really good. You like make it on your turn, you make it on their turn, so you can search. Because apparently what you could do with this deck is you could go through all your searches on your turn, and then you could go through all your searches on their turn again, as long as you order things correctly. And the other thing that I wasn't really doing is I wasn't effectively making use of this second effect of Maker to bounce something. You could kind of just do this as your first interruption to them on their turn. Just bounce something. So that's just a pretty good interrupt. Very good against normal summons or like the second they commit to the extra deck. And then the second you're doing that, you're also usually swapping it out for a Zaylin. So then you also have swapped to a negate. Anyways, this does not give us 1-card combo. But I guess we could still do the basic idea. The idea, which is already the same as, like, if you already have Recco, then you're already doing this. But you're searching Rotary, and I guess the main play is instead of Q going for Recco, you're just going for Rotary with Q. Or with, with Q. And the idea is because what I just did there by summoning and searching for Rotary is I could now get Drolled. And I wouldn't even know they had Droll in their hand yet, right? Where if you do it the other way with Q, summon Rotary immediately, and then synchro into Maker, you search twice in the same play, so then you get 2 searches, and if they Droll you, first of all, you get to see if they have a Droll in their hand, and then you can actually play around that by searching different cards that can play around Droll. But also, you have already gotten 2 of your searches off. Whereas this, I only get 1 search, and then I could immediately get Drolled, and then I can't Maker or Rotary anymore. Does it make sense to activate? Like, this is the problem. I get the 1-card combos, but the second you have too many cards in your hand, like extra plays and follow-up, I don't know when you should just use stuff and when you should hold it. Like here, I kind of feel like I should just hold Rotary's effect, right? So anyways, the normal thing is still make Maker. And then the good thing about making Maker with Q is you can do Chainlink 1 Maker, Chainlink 2 Rotary, Chainlink 3 Q, and then Q Chainlink blocks all of them, and you get the hand knowledge before you search with Maker. And Maker's the one that can let you play around Droll by searching Recco instead of searching Synchro. So we'll just do it in that order, assuming that we played a Q here. And then, so we don't care about their hand, but we might see like a hand trap in there against a real player. And then we always want to add the field spell probably first. Or it seems like always Rotary is adding the field spell no matter what chain link order you have. And then if you're not getting drolled, then you usually just search Synchro. Otherwise, you search Reco. But we already used Reco, so maybe you'd search Mix. And then so the other weird thing about the one card combo is you would then from this, instead of trying to extend with like Synchro or something, you would just exclusively use the field spell to extend. And you'd sacrifice your Maker. And then we get Q. We don't want to special summon Q. Now, can we still do everything? Because we already used Reco, which is kind of awkward. So normally, if we hadn't already used Rotary, we would now summon Rotary. But we already used Reco, so we're going to summon Mix instead. And then Mix can search us Rotary. Although maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because you use Reco a lot more than I was using it. You want like constantly to have like 2 Recos going in circulation. Yeah, I should have done that differently. If I had a Reco in hand... I do have a 3, so I might just use the Ghost Ogre as the pseudo Reco. Because what you could do is you could just leave... This would be a Reco normally instead of a Q because we did things out of order. And then we could just leave the Q on board. And we always still make Remix. And then so the advantage of this play here... And we also would have wanted to search Clip at some point if we didn't already have it. Or we could search it on their turn. It's actually not very difficult to search it on their turn. So you make a pretty minimalistic play on your turn that just gets a lot of searches, right? So you have a lot of follow-up and plays. And then the second they do anything... we have Maxi, but we're not going to use it right now. We could pretty much immediately go this, and we would have hand knowledge, so we would know that they don't have like a ghost spell, or if they have a called by, we'd have to figure out how to play around that. There are ways to play around it. I think you just... What do you do? I think you need to make RS early if you want to play around a called by. It's kind of hard to play around ghost spell, though. And then, so, we already have Rotary in hand. So normally you would add the Q, or you would add the Q with this. You would normally add Rotary to hand right now, and summon Reco. We already have a Rotary, so we're just gonna go ahead and add the Ghost Ogre back. And then... So what you want to do is when you summon these, obviously you can immediately synchro summon, but we don't want to use the Reco that we just summoned, right? Because the Reco that we just summoned can activate the search cards. So we can instead make the Maker on their turn with the Rotary that we would have added back. And it's a little bit out of order, but normally we'd have 2 Recos on the field right now instead. But we're still going to end up using the Reco. So we could search with this Reco. We could search with the Maker. We can get hand knowledge again, even though we got hand knowledge turn 1, in case they had an unknown card. And then we can chain block it all with Q. And then, like, we don't really care about these guys, right? Bridgehead's the only one that does anything in their deck. So then here, she could only add spell cards. So turn 2, you're just going to get a follow-up synchro. And then here's where you could start adding other stuff. So the Reco can add clip if you don't already have a clip. So the Maker's probably just going to want to add either a Q or a mix. And we still have the synchro, so whatever we don't add with Maker, we can add with the synchro instead. And then Reco would add a clip if we didn't already have it. And then here's the other cool thing. You could play around Droll by adding stuff from your graveyard instead of your deck. So when you use the resource, you just add it back to your hand from the graveyard instead. In this case, I guess we just take back one of the rotaries. I feel like there's no reason to just empty out your deck. What does this guy do? So this is an obvious, just like easy ogre, right? You ogre here and his whole play is over. But then also the normal stuff that we would do otherwise is... we don't really need to use clip. We could also have used clip to turn the Maker and the Reco into a Zaylin. But we could save that play to make RS instead. That's the cool thing, like, it's not really linear, so I can do things in whatever order I want, right? And then the great thing about keeping the Maker on the field is we can still use the hand with Maker. So, and you always want to make sure when you have Zaylin on the field that you have some quick effect that you can chain. So, like, if we had the Synchro still on the field, we could do that. We could use the clips. We could even use Max C to chain to whatever they do, so then Zaylin can negate it. And in this case, they're not doing anything because they're a bot, but we could also go clip. After Zaylin has used his effect, we would then go back to back. Even if Zaylin hasn't used his effect, we probably would want to go back to back, because back to back can just bring Zaylin back, and then he can negate something. Then we can use the Reco, pop here. And then we still have 2 back-to-back effects to make more plays with the clip and such. But since this guy is just a random bot, he doesn't actually make plays. Now, the only search we didn't get to do last turn, on their turn, keep in mind, we did all 3 of our searches except for mix. I don't know if there was a good way for me to do mix. I guess if I had if they did something with my back-to-back, I could have mixed, used the clip and, like, the other clip or the mix here to make another Maker, and then search with the mix. So the back-to-back is the way that you would get the 4th search on their turn. But they just didn't do anything, right? So it's kind of hard for me to play around them not playing the game. And then we kind of just kill them, hopefully. I mean, Q's always good, right? Q summon, I guess Reco. We could, like, start searching hand traps now. And then, so, since we're going through so many Makers, there is something to be said to just adding some Makers back if you're in a long duel. So, like, this is probably lethal, but it makes more sense, I think, to just make RS here. Should I use the clip in hand? I'll use the clip on the field. We'll make RS, pop their last spell so they have literally no play they can make. It will chain block Recco. I don't know. People keep saying Rico. Like, I keep saying Recco. Someone was like, it's like record. But technically, record is Recco, right? It's not Rico. But you could say record. But it's record. I don't know. It's whatever. It's always hard to tell with some of these archetypes what language you're actually supposed to be pronouncing the name in. Anyways. So that was not a great example because we didn't even have the one card combo, but we essentially did the one card combo with Recco instead of Q. But we would just do the same thing except summon Rotary instead of adding it to hand, right? And then we would play around Droll, and we'd get hand knowledge before we would do anything that they could honestly like effectively hand trap, unless they're hand trapping the Q, which is also possible, but you probably have follow-up through that. So anyways, let's get back to some more ranked, shall we? We'll show off the deck. Let me fill up my water and then we'll get started with the ranked. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So, let's get started, shall we? Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Master Duel. Last time we were playing ranked with Kewl Tune, and today is another day, so we've learned some new combos, new one-card combos, specifically with Q to avoid hand traps by summoning Rotary with Q. You might not have expected that, but we have so many chances to actually get another Rotary back into hand that immediately summoning it to get a double search with Maker and Rotary is actually really good against Droll. We've also made a few changes to our deck. I think there's some more changes I would like to make, but I'm going to hold off just a little bit longer so we can figure out what's actually good. But right now we got the triple effect Veiler. Instead of just two, I did end up and craft that third one. We got the Ghost Ogre, even though it's just one, like maybe a third Bell would be better, but at the moment I don't have it. We got the 3 Ash. The big one I think is going to be, you got to choose if you're going to make this Ghost Mourner, right? The Ghost Mourner is very good in the deck, but at the moment I have 0 of them, so we'll have to think about if we craft them. Other stuff that people are doing, I took out the cross out just because it seems like these other hand traps are just better than cross out in this deck. And some people aren't using Droll, so we can replace some of these things with Droll. And this one's the one that I don't really know what to do with. At the moment, overtuning seems pretty good. It's kind of just a worse Synchro Overtake, very slightly. It's not really that bad. The other thing that people are using instead of this is Pot of Desires, or a card that searches Synchro Overtake. So pretty much they all accomplish very similar things, right? Overtuning is just an extender. Synchro Overtake, as long as you're running Pure, is just an extender. Just to kind of like help you push through stuff, because I do think that this deck could potentially get messed up if you only have like 1 or 2 plays. You could very easily get hand trapped out. So that's where having a whole lot of other hand traps comes in, because then when you make a weak play, you could kind of still defend yourself on a follow-up turn. But anyways, that's what we're looking at right now. Like I said, some more changes that I might make, but I don't think I'm going to make them right away, just because I want to see kind of what other people do with the deck. Currently, we actually made a pretty big climb yesterday. We only lost 1 game, and I was actually thinking about it, because I don't know a whole lot about Sky Striker, and that's the one game that we lost. I was misplaying pretty badly against Sky Striker. Like, I didn't realize that 0 can only use 1 of its effects per turn. So I was misplaying around that. I was kind of misplaying around Ray because Ray kind of wants to summon Zero. So I should just let the Ray activate because Ray can't just go straight into Zero unless it activates its effect, right? So then you could chain Maxi or Fua to the Ray activating instead of using it when Ray hits the field because Ray might go into Kaguri. So anyways, yeah, I played pretty poorly around the Sky Strikers. I was thinking about it last night, like all the stuff that I could have done differently, and maybe we could have actually won that game. But other than that, we did pretty good. We're not very high rank, but again, I don't usually climb higher than gold, but it's seeming like we're going to get higher than gold just by playing these matches. So let's get into it. I think Kewl Tune is plenty strong. I still haven't decided quite how it fares against everything, though. Because it does seem like it kind of doesn't have quite as high a ceiling as some other decks might, but it's very consistent and it runs a lot of hand traps. So it might be better going second than most decks, but going first, while it's good, doesn't seem to be like an auto win like it might be in a different deck. Here we got Fua and Maxi and Clip. We kind of need to draw into a tuner to even use Clip, though. What are we doing? Fossil digging? I mean, I can't do anything about that, so sure. It's gonna be dinos, huh? Probably. It is Misk. I guess it could be, whatchamacallit. What's the dino trap deck? Could I do anything about this? I don't think I can do anything. I don't remember. Does Dinos have a Link 1? Oh, Dino... What is this called again? Dinomorphia, that's what it is. That's the trap one that I was thinking of. They're just not doing anything, which kind of sucks for us. I kind of wanted to draw some cards because I can't use this Maxi and this Fua to make plays. Oh, jeez, here we go. We got problems already. So yeah, this is pretty bad. We have overtuning, and that's pretty much it. If the overtuning doesn't work... If they could get rid of the Clip, we pretty much just insta-lose. Although, if they're fusion summoning... Maybe I should have just Fua'd immediately. I forgot that this deck just fusion summons on your turn. I should have Fua'd first. Okay, yep, that's going to be a problem. If I had Fua'd first, they probably would have called by the Fua, and then I can max C for free here. I just did this all wrong. I forgot what Dinomorphia even does. I haven't seen that deck in so long. So is there anything we could do to a Rexstrom with this deck? I'm not sure what we do about that. Okay, she didn't immediately do something. So I guess we got that going for us. Okay, now's the Rexstrom though, right? I actually don't know if we can beat this or not. Our hand is so weak. If we had a lot of tuners, I'd be a lot more confident. How does your effect work? Oh, we can't Veiler you because it's our turn. I could do this. Doesn't Ogre just completely mess him up? Oh, well, it's not adding to my hand. Although Ogre on the field... Ogre on the field just pins him, right? This might be stupid, but I think Ogre on the field might just pin him from activating. Does he have his own Ogre? If he has his own Ogre, I think we lose here. Okay, and we just want to... We still have a normal summon, right? We have a bonus normal summon from this. Because Ogre is one of the unique ones where it can actually be used from the field. Well, we might just be able to make our whole plays. How exactly... Your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters they control that have attack greater than or equal to your life points. So as long as he's not activating this Rekstrom, most of our stuff does not have more than 2,000 attack points. So let's go Maker. And the Maker's just actually going to threaten the Rekstrom here in a second. We don't have... I don't think he can do anything because he's already got rid of the trap, so... Do we let him... I don't really want him to have that too badly. I think we let him have that. We might be able to lethal him here. He's got Misk. Why hasn't he just activated Rekstrom? I forgot he has Misk. Misk just counters Ogre completely, right? Okay, what do we want to do here? I don't have Rotary. Does this even help us? I honestly don't know what to do. I need to make RS. But I don't have any more normal summons. Because I don't have another tuner to reveal even. Well, actually we can make one. Let's get Rotary. I wasted way too much time trying to figure this out. No, I don't think we want to do that. Okay, now we make RS. And then he has to do something now, right? You can't just do nothing. Wait, why can't I RS? I'll do that. What do I do? I think I lose. I don't know, why couldn't I RS? Oh, it's not the... Okay, we're good. It's not the main phase anymore, so he's no longer immune to card effects. Well, I can't attack now. I kind of messed this up, I guess. Might still be okay. But what can I really do? Not a whole lot. Ooh, a counter trap might just mess us up. So we know he has the other trap. I don't remember what all the traps do. Honestly, don't have the patience to figure out what a perfect Dinomorphia board has. That's just a terrible draw. That's gonna make it pretty tough to do anything here. I think whatever the counter trap is, I think it just kills our RS. But I'll try and do some stuff here. I feel like if he just started activating stuff, I would be screwed. But for some reason, he's holding. I think we gotta go for the big play. Oh, his life points are now 500? Oh, that must have been earlier why RS can't activate because it's got too much attack. I don't think he realizes that. Because I didn't realize that either. Okay, well... Yeah. So... Now I understand why this went so poorly. Luckily, Maker has no attack. So there's that. He doesn't have a hand, right? You can't look at their hand if they don't have a hand. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just trying not to lose, I guess. I don't know. What do we want him to draw? Draw the called by. Sure, that maybe will help us. What am I doing with my life? I guess this. I mean, I guess he doesn't realize that I can't do anything. And that this match is already over. Although, if he lets all this through, then he has a problem. Maybe I should have done that in the opposite order. Did he not realize that was non-target? Okay. What are we doing? I don't know how we're still in this. Like, I guess he did all this because he knew he could just... Wait, that only prevents one source of damage? I thought it prevented damage for the rest of the turn. What was this guy doing? Why did he just activate cards? Like, literally, he just let me do whatever I wanted. I swear, he should have won that, right? I'd have no patience to read all those cards that he had, but I'm pretty sure if he just had activated Rexstrom before I could even activate RS, that he just automatically wins. So that was really weird. Anyways, that was a really long and annoying duel. Oh, what? He let us go first? That's an interesting decision. Alright, we could do the one-card combo here. So, brand new one-card combo. And we got follow-up. Can you only use one of these? Yeah, that kind of sucks that we have both. So, Q. He's got nothing to do about this. Goes into Rotary. And then we make Maker. And then, because we have Q to chain block everything, we Maker chain 1, Rotary chain 2, so we can get both the searches with full hand knowledge, and then Q chain block. Take a peek at their deck here. Yeah, you can, we'll banish that. Do I want him to have an imperm? Not really. I don't want him to imperm our back-to-back. I think I'm going to put it on the bottom. Okay, he's got... I don't really know the... He's playing Mimighoul, huh? I don't know what all the Mimighoul cards do. I don't really know what all the yummy cards do, to be honest. Okay, so with the one-card combo... We just use the field spell now. And then we just tribute off the Maker. And, hold on, what order do you do this in? Do you go Recco first? I think in theory it doesn't matter. You go Recco, search, mix. And then extra normal. Mix. Search Recco. We still have overtuning after all of this. But I just don't know, like, is there a bigger play I can make turn 1? I need to figure out if there's, like, if you have a really good hand, is there something, like, amazing you can do instead? Because that's kind of the point where I feel like this deck is a little bit weaker. So this is a pretty good field, because now we've done all of our searches, we have clip, and we could do it all again on their turn. Marshmallow. I think we probably want to just get this started. If he drew called by, then that sucks for us, I guess. So we add the rotary to hand. Summon this Rekko. And then we use the first Rekko to make a maker. So now we can figure out whatever card he drew for turn was. Once this all resolves. So we probably want to put that in the middle. So he can't negate that too easily. I think we want to mix. Otherwise, we could search clip here, but we already have 2 clip. You would normally search clip there. So he drew cross out. Okay. Probably not going to help him too much against our deck. And I think we want to get another Q going here. Snatchy places a field spell? So yeah, we go clip here. This should completely blow out their play. Flip summons. We special summon into Zaylin. Could use the Q from hand, actually. Is that better or worse? I really want to pop. I guess I could... I think I pop. I could use the Q later. Because I could still use Synchro to summon a Q. So, then we go... Maker, Rekko, pop that, and we'll bounce the Snatchy back. If he does anything, we can negate it with Zaylin, because we already have a high chain link. So this is what I wasn't doing last time. I wasn't really using the Maker to immediately stop his play. Oh, I realize now I was supposed to keep... What does this guy do? I don't think we care about that. I was supposed to keep a 3 because Zaylin can't sync with the hand. Yeah, I should have used the Q from hand. So can I even make back-to-back anymore? What does that second effect do? You can return this card to the extra deck. Okay, I don't want him to do that. Back-to-back can only use one tuner and then... So I think I just need to make RS, right? To at least have another negate because I messed this up so badly. Hit Agnumde, huh? That's probably the least useful thing we could have hit. Oh, it has to be a monster our opponent controls. Okay, so yeah, we definitely messed up by not using the Q in hand there, but we still had so many interruptions that they couldn't really play through it all. What does this guy do when he flips? Hand to the graveyard. I probably just don't want that to flip, huh? Also, I didn't realize it yesterday, but Zaylin does say he can be used as a non-tuner, so you can make Baron with Zaylin. I think we'll just do our maker play. Although I could just make back-to-back right now and win, right? Alright, let's just banish that guy. Add the last synchro. What am I doing here? Holy. I hate when there's that many cards to pick from. Alright, well. I was going way too slowly. Maybe I shouldn't have done all that maker stuff. I should have just gone for lethal first, and then, if they somehow could stop it, make a maker play. Alright, so what did we learn from that one? Don't get rid of the 3 on the board. Keep the 3 so you can make back-to-back. Is this gonna be some annoying hero player? Got the new hero icon. Well, we got Maxi and Droll. I don't know. Heroes is nice to Droll, but they're also nice to Maxi. He's thinking. Okay, he's playing Kewl Tune. Well. Let's see how he does. Because if he doesn't do the combo that I've been trying to show off... Okay, he has Q. I'll probably just max C on the Q summon. And then Droll. After I get a draw. Like, see if I can force something out with my max C here. Okay, he's ashing, so... Now it sucks that I didn't already Droll, but if he summons one of the searchers, then I'll just Droll him there. Let's see if he knows. He's taking way too long to figure this out. He did go for the rotary, so he does know how to play around Droll, huh? That sucks. I guess I should have just Drolled him early. Because he didn't technically play around Droll, but now he's playing around Droll. Like, why? This is also the worst order you could do this in possible, but okay. He's not getting punished for it. Probably doesn't want to let me have that Q. Oh, that wasn't even a Q. That was a Rekko. I don't know what he's going to do. Neither of those really do a whole lot. So, I guess he wants to let me have the Rekko, right? Nope. You looked at my hand. I already have 2 Rekko. Why are you... Also, it doesn't really... It's not, like, obvious if he picked top or bottom, huh? You have to actually go in the duel log to see if he picked top or bottom. Alright, let's droll him here then. Does he actually have something to negate the droll? He does. Okay. So I guess it literally did not matter what I did. He had everything. Now the question is, can he set up a competent board? Yeah, I think either way, it would have made sense to droll immediately, right? I should have just drolled immediately on the synchro search. And then even if he negates that, then I just max C on the Q. Alright, what are we doing here? Wait, he didn't even have droll? Oh, Jesus. I didn't even notice that he tossed a Fua. He's droll. That's problematic for him, probably. I'm guessing that he does not know how to continue his play now that he can't search with a Rekko. Yup, okay. Do we know what he has in hand? He can add from the grave. Okay, he does. See, that's one of those, the yellow button, right? He probably didn't know he could add from the grave, but he was like, oh, it's still letting me do something? Okay, so he could still summon something with Rotary. What does he have in his grave, anyways? He's got Q. You can always add that back with Mix. He didn't get access to Mix early. Oh, he already has Mix. Why didn't he summon Mix with Rotary's effect? Okay, Loudness War. So what's he got? He could Maker Bounce or Mix Pop are his best Loudness War things. Did he search another Synchro? That was my Synchro. I don't know. I don't think he searched another Synchro, so that could be a Synchro. Either way, let's start off with Fua. Because he's definitely gonna... Well, at least you would hope that he's gonna try. He's got a Rotary in hand. And probably a Synchro set. Okay. Well, do I just go for the overtake? Alright. This is gonna give me a draw, though. Also, what's he even gonna make? Is he trying to get into RS? There's Clip. He could go into RS, but he can't negate this anymore. It's already too late for that. This guy's like gonna time out or something. Okay, Clip. Luckily, I don't think there's a whole lot he can hit in my extra deck that just like ruins me. It's interesting. It is a 3, which if I could get this rotary... If I get the rotary, then I might just be able to make a maker off of that. What do we get rid of? One of my RS. That's not that bad. I think we're good. Like, you can only negate... Well, he still has Loudness War. Which he could pop a monster or spin a monster or pop a spell. Pop a spell is probably the most annoying thing that he could do. I think I maybe should have just gone for the... using the mix immediately. What did he do? He went mix on Rekko? That can't be right. If he had popped my mix, that would have been a pretty good play. I should have just immediately synchroed to threaten the RS. Guess I just get myself a clip, huh? This is really funny because you can actually use a mix in hand and a mix on the field to make a remix. But now we could just kind of like blow them out, right? We do this. Yeah, he'll get to negate my maker. But then he'll lose his RS. I guess I should have just chain blocked everything with Maker, because he was gonna negate Maker anyways. Oh, I can't target RS. Right. I forgot about that. Loudness War actually doing stuff. He didn't negate, which is awkward. I guess he can negate the field spell. I just make Zalen immediately. I'm having trouble playing around this RS. I think if I just make Zalen that threatens the RS with the Maker... And then I should finally be able to make some plays. And Zaylin can negate the RS now. There goes his Zaylin. Alright, get rid of that. And now we can make our full play. Did I already use... I used both of their search effects already. What am I doing here? I just want something big that can kill, I guess. I could very easily just go back to back. And then I could always make RS or remix. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But if he draws into that, that's not going to help him very much. So it seems like the problem people are running into is they're holding their effects for too long, right? Like, he just waited until I checkmated his RS and never activated RS, right? Alright, we got time for like one more. Hey, we get to go first. Okay. We have a ton of extension. How do we play this hand? I can't really play around Droll. If he has Max C, we have Ash. I kind of just... Okay, he's out of here. I kind of, like, even if I was gonna mix there, and I guess, like, worst case scenario, I probably could have just ended on a remix. But I think we had lots of options there. Let's do another one, because that one didn't really count. We get to go first again. It's kind of lame, right? We go second all these duels, we have to fight for our life, and then we go first a single time, we play one card, and the guy instantly surrenders. Okay, this hand is crazy. Well, I guess the Droll's not great. Although, I could technically Droll myself after the Q. Let's go Rotary Effect, summon Q. Q's gonna summon Rotary. Well, actually I don't need to summon Rotary, right? Because I have Rotary in hand. I should summon Rotary, though, anyways. As cool as it would be to have access to more stuff, I would pretty much just be saying no to activating... Should I leave the Rotary on the field? See, this is the point where you have extra resources and you're like, do I leave it? Do I just make the normal play anyways? I'm just gonna make the normal play. I need to get like really proficient with the normal play, and then I can figure out where I can use extra resources. So here, if he has Droll, we can fully play around Droll. What the heck? I don't want you to have that. You can have whatever the heck that is. He's got Jelly Cannon? Alright, I'm not too worried about this guy anymore. Alright, we could Synchro Overtake. I think I just gotta practice making the normal play. So I'm just gonna make the normal play, do nothing special, save all of my other stuff for a rainy day. So then from here, we want to go Rekko, right? We go Rekko, Search, but it could also just add from the grave if we got Drolled. Then Rekko, Search, Mix. How would we get access to Mix if we did get Trolled? Oh, we would have... I don't think we could... We wouldn't have tributed for Rekko. We would have searched Rekko, attributed for Mix if we did get Drolled. Oh, I did this wrong, though. Well, I guess we could search Clip on their turn. I think you're supposed to go Mix first, search Rekko, Rekko, search Clip. That makes more sense. And then we just go Remix here. Okay, so I gotta remember that. You go Mix first, because Mix can't search Clip. And then Rekko, because Rekko can search Clip. I mean, I could Synchro Overcharge, but or Overtake, but... So we know he drew into, like, the fairy lady, the dark fairy lady. Or Fortune lady? I don't remember. What are they called? Fortune fairy? Okay, I guess I could have activated in response to him doing that. Is this main phase only? No, it's just opponent's turn. Does this do anything? I don't think that does anything. I guess I should have just started activating. Special summon one monster. We know he has, like, the Illusion Magician. I think we just start doing stuff. Because I think we kind of want to get our disruptions out there a little bit sooner. We want to add Rotary to hand. I don't have a second Rekko, huh? I feel like I'm doing stuff wrong, and I should have a second Rekko. What did I do? I need to practice this a little bit more. This deck's pretty tough. We go here. Maybe I should have waited for whatever that is to summon. Oh, he didn't even summon anything, huh? And then Mix just pop this. Oh, wait, Mix is not popping. Mix is currently searching. I did that in the wrong order. Now I could get a Recco, but it's not on field. I did it again, huh? Just give me a Q to hand. Oh, okay, so I need the clip now. Clip is the thing that I'm still missing. Yeah, I messed this up pretty badly. So he just set Jelly Cannon. Is this a bot? He's not doing anything. Yeah, I keep ending up without a 3 on the field for Zaylin to go into back-to-back. I mean, he could just reset all that. We'll just do that. We could still at least make RS. I keep putting myself in the situation where I could only do Zaylin and RS. But no... Is a real person? He surrendered after that? Okay, I might need to run through the combo again real quick because I am messing something up somewhere. So I think we're going to call it there, and then I'm going to go take a quick break to get the combo down, and then we'll be back and we'll try some more. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Okay, we're going to take a quick bathroom break, and we're going to take a quick solo mode break, and I'm going to figure out why the heck I can't get the full combo down. So I will be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Just 1 second. Alright, let's figure out what's going on with this combo here. I swear I did it first try when we went to the solo mode earlier. Okay, so we just want Q. That's not a Q. Try me again. I suppose if we have a synchro, we could do it as well. That's not a Q. That's... How hard is it to draw Q? Or a synchro? I got 6 of them in this deck. That's crazy. Alright, there's a Q. Okay, let's not do anything fancy. We're not going to activate the rotary. We could always activate the rotary later on if we want. Are you kidding me? Okay, we're just going to pretend that the Q summoned this rotary. I'm pretty sure nothing changes if we use the rotary in hand or on the field. I didn't even realize that this bot had Imper. Alright, you don't need that guy. You could keep that trap card. Well, that's obnoxious. Alright. We get a field spell. I'm already seeing that there's a problem because we have 2 Recos in hand. We'll just search something else and pretend we searched a Reco. Alright, so this is where we summon Mix, right? Then Mix searches Reco. Then we extra normal Reco. What do I search here? This is the part where I don't know what I'm supposed to search. Like, obviously a clip would be nice. But, like, am I supposed to have a rotary in hand? Am I supposed to have an extra mix? Because we could search the clip on their turn. If we do it right. So that here we leave the Reco, like, but how did I get this second Reco? None of this play gave me a second Reco. I'm confused as to what I'm missing here. No, not that guy. Because, like, this is the play. But I got a free Reco from turn start. Let's at least do it right on their turn, then. And then we'll see where it goes. Alright, we're just gonna immediately activate. So... we're supposed to add Q to hand. Yeah, we were supposed to search rotary last turn because we need the rotary. I think we're supposed to add Q to hand. Special so I guess we could. Hold on, what am I doing here? I'm doing something wrong. And I don't know if I'm gonna just remember off the top of my head. I feel like I gotta go watch the combo again. So this search is clip. We get another synchro. I guess this could have gotten me another Recco to hand, but that doesn't solve the needing to have two Reccos on the field at the same time problem. What do I want from this play, ideally? We already have the Q to go into Zaylin. Maybe just a mix to do stuff with. Okay, and then he's gonna special summon the big guy, right? So I should probably just make sure we already have Zaylin on the field so then I can blow up the big guy when he tries to kill Zaylin. Oh, maybe that's... I didn't actually need another Recco. Well... Oh, I kind of did. Use the Q. The Q that we searched. Yeah, I'm improvising too much, and it's making me confused as to where I'm supposed to get half of these cards from. Okay, yeah, that was obvious that he was going to do that. But now he's got the problem where I could just bounce it. Then, like, with the rest of my turn... Okay, another Q is follow-up. Special summon back-to-back. Then we get the pop. Alright, and then, like, our field looks bad because he didn't activate any other monsters. But we should fairly easily be able to get to lethal from here, right? I forgot. You could summon back any tuner from the graveyard, so you could, like, summon back back-to-back. You could summon back Zaylin. You could do whatever the heck you want. And then Zaylin can also attack twice, because he's also a tuner. I do like how easy this deck is to find lethal. As long as you can get back-to-back on the field, you probably have lethal. Especially if you have back-to-back and RS on the field. But okay, let me figure out what I'm missing here. Let me go look up these combos. Let's mute it. And I'll just watch it real quick. Like, what part am I missing? So we do the Q, we do the maker. Okay, yeah, I've been doing all this. That's fine. Okay. JJ, search, Reco. So it is Reco. Reco, search, mix. Mix, summon. Okay, so I am supposed to do Reco. Reco, mix, search another Reco. And then use the Reco in hand that Mix just searched to make remix. Okay. So that is how we get 2. You do field spell, summon Reco, Reco search Mix, Mix search Reco, and then you wait till next turn to search Clip. Alright, let's get into some more ranked matches, shall we? What do we need for Platinum? We need 3 more wins for Platinum. It's been forever since I've been Platinum. I guess I should, before I start, I should watch the rest of the combo. Just make sure I got everything, right? Like, what am I doing on their turn, right? So on their turn, you go remix, add rotary, and then summon Reco back, make maker out of the rotary and the original Reco. And then what are you searching? You search clip with one of the Recos. And then you get another synchro with the rotary. And then you search Q with the maker. Okay. Alright, I think I can... And then you use clip to get yourself Zaylin using the Q in hand, not the Reco on the field. And then you can use the synchro later on to make yourself back-to-back. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think I got... this combo is confusing. Especially when you got extra resources. Alright, let's get into another one, shall we? Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. In the last one, we were trying out some new combos with Kewl Tune to try and avoid hand traps, but I wasn't doing it exactly right. I felt like every single time I ended up in the wrong situation, just slightly. I did go back and watch it, so I think I got it now. You do Q, you go rotary, then you make maker, do all the searches. The searches are obvious because it's just JJ and synchro. And then you use JJ, tribute the maker, or to get Reco search mix, mix extra normal summon, search another Reco and mix make remix, set the synchro. Then on their turn, you remix, resummon the Reco, add the rotary back to hand, rotary and original Reco make maker again, and then you search... What were your searches? You're searching clip with the Reco you just summoned, you're searching another synchro with the rotary, and then you're searching a Q with the maker. And then from there, you could use the clip to make yourself Zaylin out of the Q in hand with the maker, and then you can use the synchro to turn the Reco on field and the Zaylin into back-to-back. Okay, that's the whole combo. The fact that I can recall it by memory means that hopefully we can do it until I forget mid-game because I get anxious and then we mess it up. If you're curious what the deck list is right now, it's this. Same thing as last time. Again, there's probably some changes that I would make, but I want to get some more data before I actually decide to craft some of those cards. But so far, this is working perfectly fine. The overtuning, really the only reason I'm using this is because we pulled 2 of them. Otherwise, I would probably use like Desires or the card that searches Overtake, which I don't know the name of and can't seem to find. But there is apparently a card that looks like it searches Overtake. Anyways, let's get into some more ranked duels. We're about to hit Platinum, which would be the first time I've been Platinum in a long time. Usually I just climb to the top of Gold, take it super casually. Don't really worry about it. Okay, so we got Blue Eyes Mate, but RDA profile picture. I'm gonna guess this guy's playing RDA, which I think that means he's gonna get really messed up by any extra deck rips. This is not good. We gotta play into the Droll, unfortunately. Actually, we could call by the Droll, so that's not that bad. But then we can't call by anything else. Okay, he doesn't seem to have anything. Let's do the combo, right? What I just said. Go Rotary. And we do it like this, so we could do 3 searches all at the same time. We already have JJ, so we can actually search a free card. But yeah, we get to do all these searches, although if he had Droll, the Synchro would have already messed that up for us. But if you got to queue immediately without having to first search, then you could do this to play around Droll. Alright, let's see what he's playing, hopefully. Playing Sky Striker. Is this any good? I'm getting rid of that. You can keep whatever that card is. What do you got in hand? Oh, it's Tenpai Sky Striker? Why do they have so many Sky Striker cards? Are they just running like a small Tenpai engine? What do you do? Could target 1 fire in your graveyard, summon it. This guy's not really full combo on his own, huh? He kind of needs something else, and the card that I gave him is not going to do that. Alright, we get a Synchro, and then this is where, like, we would have just searched JJ right there and then searched Synchro, but now we get a free card, right? Which could mean I just search an extra Synchro. But why don't we just get a clip in hand so we don't have to worry about it anymore? I don't want it. So, now, continuing the play, we do that, and we go Recco. Special summon the Recco. We want access to 2 Recco. And to do that, we'll Recco, search Mix, Extra Normal, Mix, search Recco. And then make Remix with the Recco in hand and the Mix. Alright, and then this is the board, because we want to make Maker on their turn. So we know what he drew. I wasn't really paying attention to his spell cards too well. But I think we kind of want him to activate like Afterburners immediately before we do anything. Alright, so we're going to remix. And we're going to synchro with that Recco that he just targeted. What's he banishing? The remix? Okay, that doesn't accomplish anything for you. Now, he could have messed this up by, like, hitting the Recco or the Rotary here. But I don't think I care about this at all. Yeah, I don't even care about that. I would probably have to bell that if he had targeted something good. So the Rotary goes to hand. The Recco gets special summoned. And then we're going to make a Maker out of you and you. So then he gets no value out of the Afterburner. And we might as well do this because Rotary's the worst. Well, actually, we should spin back something. Just because we just don't want him to have spells in Grave. But Rotary's the worst search now because we already have all of our spells. Yeah, just put another Afterburners in your deck. Alright, so then we would search Clip here if we didn't have the extra Clip from earlier. So we'll just grab ourselves a mix, I guess. Sure. We could potentially use the mix for something. And then here's where we want a Q off of the Maker. So our next play is probably to use the Clip. Which I think we probably just should do. We'll special summon Zaylin with the Q in hand and the Maker on field. And the Maker could just bounce back this thing immediately. Does this do anything on summon? No. I think... I don't think he could do that first part again. We'll let him keep the Afterburner. I don't really care about that. I'm just kind of waiting for him to do something. If he tries to go battle, we'll probably just go back to back. Typhon? But we can negate Typhon. We'll just wait until he tries to do anything, even with the Typhon. Because Zaylin's too small to be negated by Typhon. Okay, he's ending, so I guess we will make a play. What play do we want to make? It's kind of tough because he wants to attack over Zaylin here, right? So I think we kind of have to make back-to-back. And then I guess just Ghost Ogre when he returns the back-to-back. Get another Rotary. Because he can't... well, should I have just done this in the battle phase? Yeah, I could have done this in the battle phase. I should have just made back-to-back in the battle phase. Because now he can just continue his main phase. So that was a little bit of a mistake. But when he activates... oh, wait. I can't activate my effect, can I? I didn't think that through fully. I was like, oh, I'll just back-to-back when he tries to spin my back-to-back. Yeah, I should have just activated this all in the battle phase. So then he can't attack over Zaylin. Okay, I didn't expect him not to Typhon. I feel like his best play was still to Typhon. Anyways, let's just clean this up then. Give me this Q back. And Q, again, we could use Q to summon Zaylin. Which is funny. And then this should just kind of be lethal, I'm thinking. We got called by if he's got anything, but I don't think he does. And even if he has something that we can't called by, we could just activate called by to then make Zaylin activatable. I'm not really sure what that deck was all about. That was like some jank Enpai striker deck, but way too many strikers that I've never seen before. Really, he picked for us to go first. That's always ominous, but we do want to go first. So. What do we got here? That's not great. That's rough. It's Pirellia, and we do normal summon a lot. But I think we gotta try, right? Trying to see if I give away the Ogre. I think I have to. Alright, he's got everything. So that's unfortunate. What's a simplistic play I could make to not be dead immediately? I was kind of thinking I just Reco search clip. But I don't really have great hand traps. If he negates this, that's even worse for me. Yeah, because now I don't have a way to synchro. He's just getting everything. But if I droll... I can't droll yet. What is this? Okay. I don't think I'd do anything about that. I think I just gotta go in now, huh? Cartesia. I was not expecting that. So that means he can make a fusion play now, huh? I might just pop the Cartesia and hope that he doesn't have anything to fusion with. I feel like that's my only play. He still has something to fusion into. No? Maybe? What's happening? Okay, I don't know why it went back and forth between us. Apparently he did not have anything. It was probably telling him there are no available targets. So, I mean, I gotta go Maker now, right? Give him one more draw at least. At least now he can't imperm me anymore. What does this do? Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine. So this guy's got like a whole bunch of just go second annoying cards. Of course, he drew another negate. That's terrible news. I can't droll it right now. That would be bad. But I could droll after this. He has another Pirellia. Can't use Delta anymore. I think we might be good to go. He's gonna get one more draw. And then I can... Then I can droll him and make the rest of my play. Although I don't have Synchro. Am I locked yet? I don't think I'm locked. But if I make anything else... Oh, wait. I can't make Typhon. Oh, he hasn't summoned from the extra deck, that's why. Yeah, we just gotta go for it, I think. Don't want to special summon you. So we do this, he draws. Did he really draw another Effect Veiler? And now I draw. Hop Ear. Ah, jeez. This is so annoying. What does he make? Does this... What levels were these? QB! Ah, Jesus. Do I mix so I could get rid of this? This sucks. I think we're out of it. He's got too much. Do I just go RS instead? Make something big? Oh, wait, the mix doesn't go to the grave. Oh, Jesus. Alright. That was so annoying. This guy's whole deck is just Infinity Go second and Floodgate. I think I just gotta negate that. Might not be able to out this RS, though. Oh my goodness. But his levels are messed up. He might not be able to do anything. What do you do? He's returning one of my cards to my graveyard? That's gotta be a mistake. I think I just gotta attack. I guess I could negate this guy immediately. I think I just attack over him. Okay, can we come back now? We gotta make our whole play in a lot less time than normal, though. What are we doing now? Draw 2 cards? I'm not allowing that, I think. I'm scared of whatever he could summon off of the Hop Ear, but I don't know, I just gotta... I just don't want him to have cards. He might not be able to activate the Hop Ear. That's rough. We'll let him draw into Gamma, that's fine. What do I want here? Mix. Give me this. Oh, this is a annoying duel. But we'll be able to stop this Grangrenol's effect. Okay. Oh boy. So what did he just draw into? I forgot. We gave him Gamma, yeah. So that's a dead draw. And he currently has Cartesia, Sword Soul. Do I have to negate this? Ah, but then I open up the Sword Soul to come out. I think I just wait. If he wants to crash into Zaylin, I think I have to allow it. Okay, well that's a miss. Oh, we're not in the main phase, so I forgot RS can't activate in the battle phase. But it goes to the graveyard. I really just wanted to make sure it went to the graveyard. Alright, can we finally win now? The Quem is a little bit annoying. Alright, so if we get Zaylin out with this... This is a crazy duel, huh? Never really played against a deck like this. I just have to go combat. I kind of wanted to end the duel right now, but... let's make back-to-back and hope that we can do something with that. We're running out of time. Nope. We don't want him to have that. I can't do anything. Oh, I guess I could have back-to-back negated with Zayland, but it's a little bit late. We just gotta go battle. Start crashing. Okay. Are we actually gonna be able to win? He's got more. If it's a monster, we just activate back-to-back, activate Zayland. But he's got Gamma in hand, we know that. I should have attacked with Rekko. I don't know what he had. Holy, what a duel. Jeez. That was an annoying deck. I really had to grind through that one. Alright, can we get the platinum here? This is not a good going second hand. That sucks. There's so many hand traps, and we have Clip. We got Ashes, Bells, Fuas, Maxis. Couldn't see any of it, though. Oh, jeez. Wonder if we'll be able to get a good call by use. I don't really know exactly what this deck does. Also don't know if they have White Forest in here as well, or Azamina, or... The regular Black Witch? Oh, that was in hand. He's gonna search the other one, I guess? No? Cannot be destroyed by card effects. So we know they have a fusion. They have the quick play search. I think I just lead with overtake. Then we can threaten some stuff immediately. So the plan here is go Rekko, and then make RS off of Mix and Rekko to immediately... Well, I guess a monster can't be destroyed, huh? Yeah, monster can't be destroyed. Maybe that's not the play then? Okay. Didn't really expect him to surrender to Synchro Overtake. I thought we were going to have some sort of back and forth going on. Alright, well, we made it to Platinum pretty easy. I guess we'll just go a little bit longer. No, they're just terrible going second hand, huh? Okay, I have no idea what desk bots do. Okay. I don't even have a slight idea as to what kind of field they're going to set up. We do have the Called By again, which is a pretty good going second card. What? Okay, well. Guess we just gotta start doing stuff. I don't know what they could possibly have set, what their deck's gonna do. Kind of seems like I should maybe pop this guy before battle phase, but I didn't understand his whole effect, not gonna lie. Alright. Fair enough. Okay, once I summon Maker, we've dealt with all of his back row. And then we'll threaten the last thing. If it's imperm, I guess he can negate the Maker. Okay. Alrighty then. So much for desk bots. I literally, like, all of that was public knowledge when he negated my Recco. Like, he knew I had the Rotary in hand. He knew I could make Maker off of Rotary and Recco. Like, what are you doing? It was all public knowledge. I made the public knowledge play, and then he immediately scoops. Alright, we gotta go first. Alright, well, at least we have overtake. Seeing 2 clip going first is not great. So what do I want to do? I probably want to get Mix, right? Yeah, that sucks. Do I still clip Maker? Probably. What was that? What the heck? Alright, let's get JJ. I don't know what this guy's playing. Like Gaia, I guess, but do they even run that card? No idea. Haven't seen any Gaia decks recently. So I didn't get to mix. Yeah, I did not get to mix. What am I supposed to do here? Do I make another maker? Probably not. Maybe I should have made another maker. We don't have synchro. Just gonna cause some problems. Yeah, clip with clip has to be one of the worst possible openings for this deck. Okay, let's do this immediately. Add clip to hand, I guess. I don't even have rotary, so this is going really poorly. Luckily I could search another clip, though. I have a feeling he's not going to be able to draw into that Furikara anytime soon. There's IP. What am I searching? Clip? So I can still make an RS at least. I have no idea which of these he needs. Oh, jeez. Did I just get rid of the Dragoon because it's a one of? Do I have a way? I guess I can make Zalen with that, right? Should have put him in attack. I didn't realize this guy... I guess it would have made sense that Gaia would have really big extra deck monsters. Okay, I mean, that's rude, but... He's trying to OTK me, huh? So the question is, do I make RS? Or do I make Zalen? What the heck? I think I just gotta make RS, right? Oh, I should have did this earlier, because he tributes his monster, right? Oh, I guess I could just negate whatever he summons. I don't know. Does that end his turn? I have no idea. I sure hope so. Well, luckily I can bell this. You can bell? I guess it summons from the graveyard, huh? That's crazy. I'm hoping that was his last resort. Alright, he gets his Dragoon back. Okay, he surrenders. Yeah, I mean, the only reason that was difficult was because we had the worst starter on the planet if we get ashed, right? It was very rough to not have Synchro Overtake go through and then have to clip Maker. Alright, this guy's probably playing Dark Magician, right? We have Clip and Ash. And the Clip can use a mix, or we can make RS. Wait, is he not doing anything? What? I think I just make RS, right? That way I get to pop. I get to pop one of those back row and then pin the other one down with RS. Okay, he insta-surrenders. I think he realized that he had no interruption and a Goblin Burger. Which is not exactly ideal. We're playing against Fusei Yudo, huh? What a weird name. Actually, might get to Plat 4 immediately. Okay, well, we have hand traps, that's for sure. What is this? I think we just gotta negate that. I don't want you searching whatever junk card you want. I don't actually know the junk cards, so I'm not sure what I should be ogering. I don't know what these cards do. Did he even use this Junk Warrior? Or Junk Synchron? Not Junk Warrior. Where did this thing come from? Oh, he discarded it, of course. Honestly, just Stop playing cards, please. I don't know where any of this is leading to. What does this do? This is a paragraph. Okay, if he goes speeder... I think he's going speeder. Do I just ogre it? I really should have saved it for the speeder. I just thought I could stop him from getting to speeder. I didn't realize the duck comes out. I don't even know why the duck came out. It's like if one of his cards goes to the graveyard or something. I'm not reading all that. Maybe I should have popped the speeder. I thought the speeder was a tuner. But he had a non-tuner anyways. Okay, librarian. I was kind of thinking maybe I could pop a librarian. But I don't know if this activates. It does activate, but it gets chain blocked. So that doesn't really help me here. Yeah, I should have saved the effect failures for something better. I just didn't realize he could get the speeder so easily still. Oh, good. Draw 3. Cool stuff. I think we might be dead. It's Coral. Do I pop the librarian here? Is that good enough? I have no idea. You can make a 12. I'm gonna pop the librarian and hope that that's good enough. I don't know if maybe he was trying to make, can he make Naturia with Crimson? No, because Naturia is not a dragon, right? Okay, he did make the Crimson Dragon. Oh, he gets... I forgot the Synchro Rumble is probably what he's going for, right? Should I have just popped? No, the Crimson Dragon could have just shuffled itself off, right? Does this shuffle as a... No, it doesn't. I could have negated that effect by popping him. Yeah, I don't know. This guy's turn never ends, so... Not really sure what to do about all this. He just has infinite extension. Wait, what did he even search off of? He searched Synchro World? I don't know what this does. I'm starting to think this guy doesn't know how to play anymore. He's gotten to the point where he no longer knows how to make the play because of my interruption, and now he's just activating anything that has a yellow button on it. Assault mode? Oh. I thought we were assault moding. Oh, synchron or assault mode. I see, I see. Yeah, I have no idea. Is he gonna end on interruption? Probably. Who knows at this point. He's made a 10. Oh boy, here we go. I don't think I could play through a single Baron with this hand. So... Alright, give me something good. That's just not gonna do it. Okay, so hold on. What's the play? We only have one monster, which I don't know how that happens. Is there any way I can make this play? Because if I activate Mix, I think it's game over. So I gotta activate Kewl Tune, see if he negates it. Probably not. Alright, he's negating it. Unless he could go into another disruption, we might be okay. What do I do here? Do I just go Recco? Well, I think I go Q. And then do this to get Recco. And then, do I just go RS right now? I think so. Okay. I mean, we were gonna win right there, right? Like, I was gonna pop the field spell, I was gonna pop the Baron. I guess his Crimson Dragon wasn't activatable. I guess he didn't have a 10. Like, can't you run Dissipator or something? I don't know. But anyways, then I was just gonna be able to full Rotary after that with an RS on the field to stop him from doing other stuff. Like, I had all three of his cards pinned with that single play. Because I could just negate the Crimson if it activated. And I was gonna pop the other two. That's pretty good, huh? Did we lose today? I don't think we lost today. Check out our match history, huh? Here's the Sky Striker player from yesterday. So we haven't lost a single match in forever. Should we do one more? I think we'll do one more and then I might wrap it up. But this deck seems to be performing really well. And it's even there, like, if he hadn't negated, all I had to do was not activate Mix on summon, right? Because then he can't blow it up with Baron, and then I can either use my field spell, or I could use the overtake, which he would, not the overtake, the overtuning, which he would negate there, and then I could tribute the Mix with the field spell. So either way, I was gonna be fine. What am I doing? Should I overtake? No, probably not. Bad thing about using Rotary Effect immediately is he could Pirellia, but he should have just Pirellia'd already, so it would have just been a misplay. Okay. But yeah, you should just Parelia in the standby phase, so there's no real reason to hold Parelia so long, so I probably shouldn't play around Parelia. I like how he literally surrenders on the activation of Rotary. Doesn't even know what I was going to reveal. I could have been revealing literal garbage. I could have revealed an Ogre, summoned that and passed. Not really. Obviously, I would have just summoned the Rotary if I had an Ogre. But alright, we got Q. Well, if he has, like, Fua on the Q summon, he has Ash. Well, we could still make Maker. This is what we got 3 Effect Veilers for. So we don't have a Synchro. What's he got? I guess just let him have the Droll, right? The only bad thing is I don't have a Rotary right now. There we go, Recco. Search Mix, and then Mix can search Rotary because we already have another Recco. Is there any way I can use the Rotary? I can make another Maker, I guess? Just so I could get access to the Synchro? We end up with just an extra Maker on the field. That should be fine. Okay, we're playing against Sky Striker. What do you have? Ray, the Typhoon Fields, or the Typhoon Quick Play, and then, was that 2 engages? I think we're in a good spot. He's gonna activate his Typhoon spell. The real question is Droll... Droll's only in the... No, Droll would work. Oh yeah. So he does that immediately. And I think I just go... get my 1 search and then Droll him? I want Rotary in hand. Or maybe I'll just take all my searches, right? Is there anything I want to place back? Could potentially place spells back, right? I think I won't, but... Because I think we're going to be able to droll him before it matters. Guess I just gotta activate this then, huh? This is just an extra card. I don't think I'm going to synchro with this, because I want to save the Maker effect. Well, actually, I think I have to. Yeah, I think I have to make Zaylent. I don't really have a good way to get this other Maker off now when he actually summons Ray, but... Actually, I might. If I could use Clip to get into back-to-back... Problem is now I can't droll yet. I need to wait for him to search one more time before I can droll. I think I don't want him to have either of those, right? I just wait for him to do something? Probably. Because he wants to go into 0, right? So I just wait for him to activate to go into 0. Okay, he's not doing that. Just making Hayate. Just wait. If he goes battle phase, I'll stop him, but... Does he have enough spells? No. So I'm going to droll him here. And then I wait for him to activate that Widow Anchor, and then I make my play. Typhon. Okay, now he can't summon anymore. Do I go back to back here? This is only main phase. Gonna make the loudness war instead. So pretty much stealing anything doesn't help him a whole lot here. Yeah, okay. I mean, what was he gonna do, right? If he steals, he can't attack over, like he can't steal the loudness war and attack because it's in defense mode. If he steals the Zaylin, he can't attack over the loudness war, so that doesn't help. And then next turn, I'm just gonna make back to back immediately, pop his thing, and then it's kind of just over from there. As I could, I guess back to back wouldn't get too many uses, but I probably just lethal from there anyways. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this one. This was a difficult one, but we still came out with a 100% win rate, huh? We had that crazy, I can't even remember who it was. Was it this guy or was it this? I think it was this guy with the really weird go second deck. Yeah, just like Albaz go second stuff. Just a lot of random nonsense that does really well. It's all monsters and one imperm? Are you for real? He even used the one imperm against me too. This is a weird deck. I haven't really seen anyone use like this thing. But that was an interesting strategy, right? He used this to get himself Cartesia, and then immediately try and use Cartesia. But the only target he had was Grangrenol, so when I popped the Cartesia, he couldn't do that. But yeah, that was an interesting day, but you can see here where I kind of wasn't playing for a little while, but we're climbing quick, right? It's going well. I think this deck's pretty strong. It's pretty consistent. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what improvements we can make to it and where people kind of settle on what hand traps. Like, am I going to craft the ghost spells? Possibly. We'll keep thinking about it. There's some stuff that, like, I don't think the overtuning's that good. The good thing about the overtake is you could just kind of use it. But the overtuning, you need a tuner on the field first. So it could get you into some awkward situations if you don't have, if you're not really able to do that, or if your effects are going to get negated and it's going to get popped. I would probably go down to 2 clip, just because we've run into the situation where I really don't like having this many clips, but, you know, we'll have to figure out some of the ratios. So maybe when we come back next week, we'll have some changes made, but this is so far what we got. We still have never even used Typhon and Little Knight, but I do think they're better than what I had originally, which was using Gamma to try and get us into Excel Stardust and then into Baron. That didn't really seem that effective. And we did use all 3 makers today, so I kind of think there's something to playing 3 maker, especially when you're trying to use it as a spin back on your opponent's turn and summon it on your opponent's turn. That seems like a really solid strategy to get yourself extra searches and a really quick interrupt that I wasn't necessarily making use of previously. So yeah, I think we got a lot of cool stuff going with this deck. I'm going to be watching some more gameplay of it, maybe learning some more plays, and we'll probably be back with some more of it next week. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Alright, I think we're probably going to wrap up the stream there too. We got some good duels in, 100% win rate on the day, I believe. And it's the first time I've been platinum in a long time. We'll see how far we could go. I assume at some point it's going to get harder and people are going to be using more legitimate decks. Not saying that like the Sky Striker deck at the end there wasn't legitimate, but the Kewl Tune deck does have a lot of tools to get through people, and the turn 0 plays are very annoying to some people. So anyways, thanks for stopping by on the stream. Like I said, probably we'll be back next week with more Kewl Tune stuff, maybe some secret tech. Like I said, I had that Fiendsmith that I was trying out. Maybe we'll actually play that, but I think it would have to actually prove itself to be better than pure. At the moment, I couldn't find anything that really made sense to combine with it, because it's very restrictive. There's 3 cards that just make it so it doesn't play nice with any other decks, making it so you can only summon synchros and only summon tuners. It makes it real rough for a lot of different types of decks. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll be back next week, and that's gonna do it for now. Bye.